Hello there, welcome to my channel. Today we're making my very delicious Ghana meat pie. Yep. And we're going to need minced meat and vegetables as well as dry spices. I prefer to use dry spices. You can, however, just use your beef seasoning. So here I'm going to add in my ginger powder. Yep. That's my ginger powder. And I'm going to add dried oregano. Does it? I love it. I love using it to marinate my meat, chicken. Yep. And this is my garlic powder. Using dry spices to marinate your minced meat makes things easier. So that's what I've got there. I have this mixture with sea salt, pink salt, black pepper. I have fennel seed. I have anise seed in there. If you don't have that, just use your beef seasoning. It's as simple as that. So I'm adding all this goodness to it. Look, it's the aroma coming out of the grinder is out of the world. Yep. So you mix everything together. Make sure your spices have really mixed with your minced meat. And I have my carrot, red bell pepper, green bell pepper, and onions here. I've diced everything up nicely on the side. Cover your minced meat and marinate for 30 minutes to an hour. I place this in my fridge so that everything can infuse it very well. Okay, in a heated pan you add your oil, and that's my dried oregano in there just to season my oil. Add in your marinated minced meat and fry. For you to know your minced meat is well cooked, it should turn into this color. It should be brownish in color. And you see all the moisture going on in there from the beef. You can see the water there. Yeah, we don't want it. The juice from the beef, we don't want it. It will soak up our pie. So now I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of flour to thicken the mixture up. Yep. So this is what you do if you have so much water or juice going on in your filling. You just add in some flour and you are good to go. This is my secret ingredient, and it's evaporated milk. Yeah, fanciful. Yep. So you add your milk, and look at that. It looks so good and succulent. So I've thrown in my vegetables. I add it to the end because I'm going to bake it. I don't want my vegetables to be so soft. So this is the end of your filling. You leave it for it to cool before you use for your dough. So I left it to cool. I have 2 cups of flour going on in there. I have 1 teaspoon of baking powder and salt, butter. I used 2 eggs, separated 1 yolk on the side, nutmeg, and my evaporated milk. So I add the minced onion to give my crust some flavor. I don't like plain crust, so I just add in the minced onion to make things so delicious. So add your butter to your flour, baking powder, and mix everything together. Your salt, your onion, you add your egg. This is how your flour should be before you add your egg. Please add your egg, and then you mix everything together. This is what it should be at the end. Now I'm adding in my milk. You can omit this just use plain just water, but I prefer to use the milk. You leave your dough for it to rest for 30 minutes or more in the fridge for it to set very well. So here my dough is set. On a flat surface, you put out your dough and roll it out with your rolling pin. Flatten your dough to get your desired thickness of crust. So if you want it thick, that's fine. If you want it light, that's also perfect. So that's what I'm doing here. And my dough smells so good because of the onion, the minced onion I added to it. I have this round jar cover, so that's what I'm going to use to cut out my round shape. It's a medium size. You can use anything smaller or bigger if you want. Look at my dough. It came out so nice. And please, don't over knead your dough. It's not bread. Please. Look at that. So now I'm adding my minced meat, my filling. It's cooled down. So I'm good to go. I love to bite into meat. So I'm adding more meat. I don't love... You can actually bite some pie and it's just air in there. This is meat I'm talking about. Fill it up, yo. Yeah. So you seal the end of your pie. Look. And you're done. Just secure the ends very well. So you cut out the rest of your dough in circular forms in sizes that you want, and this should be the end. This is mine. I've set it out on my baking sheet. So I'm making my egg wash. I add some milk to my egg yolk and mix it all together. This is what I'm going to use for my egg wash. This is what gives the pie that golden brown color on the surface. So you egg wash everything nicely with your brush. It looks so good. And it smells so nice. The aroma is out of the world. Whilst you're doing this, you preheat your oven at 180 degrees Celsius. So this is it. You egg wash everything nicely. You can use your egg yolk alone, but I prefer to add the milk. You can use only milk also. I just decided to use the two. Yep. So now I'm going to take my fork and make those holes on top of my pie. This would prevent the pie from bursting up. This will allow some air to flow from the inside out. If you don't do that, it's going to be a disaster. So you make these holes. You can do 3 or 4. I'm just doing 3. Well, it depends on the size also, but just make sure you make these holes. If not, you're calling for a disaster. Yep. You know, pie is very filling, so this festive season, why not bake up some pie? Add some chilled malt or Coke to it, and you're good to go. Yeah, so this is my pie at 180. I'm baking it at 180 for 30 to 35 minutes, or as brownish as you would want your pie to be. This is mine. Oh God, so beautiful. So beautiful. Look at the juice from the filling. It looks so good and it tastes as good. I served this with some chilled chocolate drink. In fact, I used Milo. Hey, it was good. Look at this. Chilled with some ice in there. Oh my. But you can have this with chilled Coke. It goes with it. Look at this. Try this recipe and you're going to